Hello, Stardom here. This is my first tutorial, and in this video, I'll have a block-by-block tutorial, and on some sections, I'm gonna speed up the processes, because it can be seen as repetitive, and, not to waste too much of your time. Here's a list of general items that we will be needing. A full list will be provided in the description for more accuracy, but always bring extras. For more details about the farm or build, kindly check CowKing's channel and look for his video, for I did not create this build. Now, for an ideal location, we would want a pillager outpost nearby a large ocean biome without any land nearby, so raids couldn't spawn on them. Just like the one I'm hovering over, there isn't enough space, and that's why my bounding box for the schematic is further. If there isn't a large ocean biome, do not fear, the farm can be made without a pillager outpost nearby, as long as you can get the bad omen effect and arrive on the farm without activating it beforehand. For the positioning of the farm, we need to follow the exact same height measurements CowKing used. So, pay close attention to my coordinates. If you don't, you're an idiot like me. Please don't be like me. The build should be exactly within the chunk, and that's what these fancy blocks are for: the netherite, emerald, redstone, etc. These are just reference blocks, so I wouldn't get lost in the middle of the build. I recommend bringing around 10 villagers, because 4 to 5 is going to be used, and having 5 extras will be good, since later in the video I showed the fix to why the farm wasn't working in my situation. Or make a villager breeder so you can easily dispatch some more villagers if need be. I'm also not just spawning the villager inside a composter to show off how to bring it in from minecart to the composter while also sealing it off. In this part, I recommend using some scaffolding blocks instead of some normal blocks, so one can move around much better and break the pillar easily later on. Also, don't forget to pay close attention to my coordinates. My Y level here is 101, it's the player's position and not the block I am standing on. For the redstone component on top of the villager chamber, I'll leave this untouched but speed up the later ones because they're identical, and if needed, just come back to this part of the video or slow the video down if you want to.
With such short time, yeah, I really must make haste. But I don't know what's ahead, or what the ending will bring. I just need to take a minute and then try again to take out the king. If I'm stuck, I'll call you with each stage I'll move through. Well, I know just a little more. Each step I load brings us closer to that old throne. If I'm stuck, I'll call you with each stage I'll move through. Well, I know just a little more. Each step I load brings us closer to that old throne.
In this part of the video, I recommend to bring out your copious amounts of glass and walls that you have painstakingly prepared. And don't be afraid if the redstone components gets activated and the pistons push. It just refreshes the villagers' jobs. I also use the same method so I can get trades without having to wait 5 years for them to change back to their job again. Build up the glass and wall pillar all the way to Y level 131 and make sure that the Y level 131 is your player's position, and not the block you're looking at.
And in the temple to find, can tell her writing for fines, but then I know just what they'll say. You stood a mightier kind of calico they combined, but then they started to decay. But I'm still here. I lost everything, but I know that it will fall. The crumbling walls, and it's all that is left to me. It seems like we're in withdrawal, but so are they all. And it's all that is left to me. I'll write your name into stone and read it alone. And it's all that is left to me. Your love songs cover this home, but nobody knows. And it's all that is left to me. I know that it will fall, the crumbling walls, and it's all that is left to me. It seems like we're in withdrawal, but so are they all. And it's all that is left to me. I'll write your name into stone and read it alone. And it's all that is left to me. Your love songs cover this home, but nobody knows. And it's all that is left to me.
Next Y level destination is 189.
Well, I've been waiting for all these years just to see you come back home. But each step that you took towards her, well, you took each one not alone. And every time you said, my God, how is it up there on that throne? Well, I've been waiting undefeated just to hear you say that I'm not needed. I said I was an honest man, you said I wasn't at all. But
On this one, make sure the note block is at 4, A sharp.
my God, I hope you're falling apart. My God, I hope you're falling into my God, I hope you're falling apart. It's gonna be the start of what you are.
I recommend aligning yourself with the villager's head, move out one block such as I did, to get yourself centered with the platform and break the previously used blocks. Build out 4 blocks on both sides of the x-axis, then build out 18 blocks on the right side of the z-axis, then build out 17 blocks on the other side. Now just fill up the rest. It's your choice if you want to add some lighting in the middle. Now on the shorter hand of the platform, 1 block away from the corner, prepare some redstone components. We're gonna start building the item elevator for the shulker boxes to input themselves into the storage system.
Upon this ground, I give it up just to burn it down. And if they die, you can blame it on me. I've been setting up gravestones in my hometown. I wish I had been born at sea, then you wouldn't care and you wouldn't know me. Ebb and flow, they just don't carry me home. It's only water and air as far as I can see.
Sorry for the abrupt cut. Next up, let's make some glass platforms for the chests, so it will be easier to place them down.
There was a time when you would let me know, because your words weren't taken by your indigo, and I could write it all down in a matter of lines to read back what we had from a previous time. My ancestral passage here was written down each year by year, but the map is too old, see they've forgotten the roads, and so we're living by the creases. Upon this ground, I give it up just to burn it down. And if they die, you can blame it on me. I've been setting up gravestones in my hometown. I wish I had been born at sea, then you wouldn't care and you wouldn't know me. Ebb and flow, they just won't carry me home. It's only water and air as far as I can see.
Just gonna leave this hopper here for a reminder after we build the rest of the storage. Now, the chest that I haven't built along with the hopper is an extra option just in case if there's not enough space for you to shove in your shulker boxes. As complicated as it looks, it's just a repeating pattern over and over again as we connect it with some hoppers and composters on top of them to reduce some lag. You can either make a staircase or use scaffolding. I apologize for accidentally selecting some stuff using my mods. These mods are just helpful for building in general. I'll leave some in the description if you guys will want it. I'm not doing all of the storages at once. I'm just gonna do it per slice to show off that it's just a repeating pattern of redstone. As long as you get one down, you'll get more proficient with it and build faster over time. I recommend making a temporary platform out of dirt or something similar. Beware, if you make one mistake, it will cause some issues. The reason why we have 12 of these outputs is to really keep up with the amount of items that the farm will create. The position of this observer isn't too important. It will get pushed and pulled back in after starting up the farm later on, so do not worry. For the block on top of the observer, make sure you're using a dispenser and not the dropper.
Another and point to you. A tangled mess of knots, I confess, but the intent was there. I swear he set our sights on something that we thought was true. So now we sit and stare across a surface spanning the whole state. 2 feet between and miles apart. No one's to speak, but here all we can see, we haven't got a clue. It falls apart, there's not a heart to beat there. It falls apart, there's not a heart to have. There's not a heart to have. Each word
When placing down this part of the redstone contraption, I recommend placing down the note blocks and redstone torch before putting in the observers, since it will activate a cycle that can only be stopped by breaking it.
She's just got your name, and she looks exactly the same. Tell me you know, tell me it's okay that I dropped right off the map, and I'm falling every day. Tell me you know, tell me it's okay, 'cause you'll find me anyway. Yeah, if you see me walking by, well, I guarantee it's some other guy, 'cause I'm not there, I'm always elsewhere. I changed my name, I had it approved. They wrote it down, you won't see it soon. I guess you'll see there's not much to me. I guess to me there's not much to see. Tell me you know, tell me it's okay that I dropped right off the map, and I'm falling every day. Tell me you know, tell me it's okay, 'cause you'll find me anyway.
And there you have it. A slice is finished. Now repeat that for all 12. I apologize. I know it's painful, but it's what you have to do to finish the farm.
Well, once a year I'll cross your path, I'll hurry away, you'll stifle a laugh. It's not that I'm scared, you just caught me unaware. Well, I know it's been a couple of years, but still I'm surprised we ended up here. We'll talk a bit to see what we've lost, you'll stop when you see you're a bit better off. Tell me you know, tell me it's okay that I dropped right off the map, and I'm falling every day. Tell me you know, tell me it's okay, 'cause you'll find me anyway, you'll find me anyway.
Over here at this part, we're gonna hook up the input for the shulker boxes and add some composters, connecting it onto both sides to have it flow smoothly. If the system does not have any shulker boxes, it will just spit out items and not loading it into anything, which will cause immense lag, but still gets picked up by the chests below. It's very inefficient to have items in the chest though.
Now this is your only plan, oh now this is yours. That's fine, it's all you've ever known, a single state of mind. But you won't ever let it go. When you had the answer, and you were there alone, you left the door unopened when you knew that you would want more. Give it away while you were barely aware. You let that day cut off so much hardly remain, while you knew that there was still a way. This is your only plan, oh now this is your only. Now this is your only plan, oh now this is yours. And you're right, you force it to yield.
Over here, we're connecting the ice and preparing the platforms for alignment of the items.
That it all was finished years ago, but you will stay, and you won't ever let it go. When you had the answer, and you were there alone, you left the door unopened when you knew that you would want more. Then again, you found the answer, and you were there alone. You left the door unopened when you knew that
Now for a demonstration, I'm gonna shove in a whole double chest of shulker boxes in here and see where it goes. I would really recommend to fill up the system with shulker boxes to see it at its maximum potential, so you wouldn't miss a single item that will be dropped, other than the unstackable ones, which is your choice if you want to make a separate storage system for it. If not, it will just go in the fire. Some additional info. The chest is to realign the items that is flowing. So the hitbox of the items will reach the hopper and get sucked in. And because we have the item filter, it will only grab the items that it wants and nothing else, and letting the rest of the incoming items flow ahead to the other hoppers.
Faster and faster, dear. It's like we're moving backwards in your rearview mirror. The road eaten up by the snow, eaten up. I can feel, I know you feel it too. A little flicker on the path we steer of subtle flashing lights. We'll go faster and faster. This time my mind, it won't forget. This time my mind, we're not there yet. This time it goes faster and faster. This time my mind, it won't forget. This time my mind, we're not there yet. This time it goes faster and faster. Faster and faster, dear. The road's still moving backwards. Now it looks so clear.
Now that the storage is done being built, we can now set up the item sorters to identify which items will come in. For reference, I'm gonna go into the world download CowKing provided so I can see how he did it, and do the same on my end.
This time my mind, we're not there yet. This time it goes faster and faster. This time my mind, it won't forget. This time my mind, we're not there yet. This time it goes faster and faster. This time my mind, it won't forget.
After taking a look at this world download, I noticed that he used 6 hoppers for the item sorter, 2 sets of 3 hoppers, filtering a single item so it will reach maximum speed of transferring, since one is pushing in the items while the other one is pulling in the items. And the slice for each storage is 3 wide, so each hopper requires at least 40 items, 40 plus if you include the redstone signal it outputs to the comparator.
And that will equal to 240 items for one slice. Without it being filtered, it will gather random garbage that you probably wouldn't want in your system. Now that we've finished making the storage, we're going to go back to the main part of the build, where we'll continue to extend the glass and wall pillars just a little bit to connect it to a redstone contraption where it will send a signal at a higher altitude later on. Just a reminder, if your build is on the correct level, the Y level is on 196 as you're standing on this platform way yonder on the left side. For any misunderstandings, these are ender chests, not normal chests, not trap chests, and I have waterlogged them. Please do the exact same, for I do not know the consequences of using trap chests or any other alternative. Right now, what's being built is the killing chamber where you're gonna be hitting the armor stand for you to be able to hit them without aggroing them in any way possible. For the building blocks such as trapdoors and logs, any type of wood can be used. Acacia, dark oak, anything can be used. As long as it's the same type of item. Also, with the banner, in other alternatives can be used such as signs, glow lichen, and fence gates. Just stopping the lava is the only goal of the banner there. As long as nothing blocks your way to enter it. Now that the main part of the farm is done, we're gonna add the Vex suppressors, which is around the build. So try to follow along with the markings that I am trying to show off in here. I recommend doing the iron golems early and not later where the evoker's in place, because the iron golem may run off of his stand. In CowKing's video, he showcased how to place in the evokers and the boats, so I'll speed up this process, cut some up. You don't have to watch all of this if you'd like. Now to get the evokers. Having problems and issues in farms like these are quite normal and common occurrences. Even I make plenty of mistakes, so if there are any issues that you guys can't solve, try to give me some unlisted videos down in the comment section, or some photos in Imgur, or just a thread on Reddit. Whichever platform that I can at least assess the situation on. After careful inspection of the build, I realized the markings I made with expensive blocks down there caused some mobs to spawn and kill the villager. And that caused the issue earlier. In here, I'll show what happens when there's none and when I place one back in. Now back onto the main part of the video. Now that I've seen the problem, I'm gonna try to spawn raids, get evokers, rename them onto whatever your heart desires, and then place them into their chambers, their designated places. I was wondering why they weren't getting pushed. I found out the problem later on, and there was misplacement of some redstone components. Instead of an observer, I placed in a piston. I'm gonna showcase it here. It's gonna show up again later in the video. Now for the positioning of the beacon. In the schematic, it shows it's behind the main build, but we can just place it beside the storage system for convenience sake, as long as we spawn proof the blocks are around it, or the blocks it's made of. So theoretically, it can be placed anywhere. Do it as long as it gives you the effect and in your own comfort. With all of that out of the way, the farm is finally finished. To really show off that it's finished, I left my PC on, running the farm for at least an hour. And here's the time lapse of it. I'm gonna cut it down to only 2 minutes, because we've been here for an hour, we're all tired.